Welcome to another episode of Growing Your Business Through Referrals podcast. We'll be right back. Well, hello. This is Cindy. I'm an ambassador with National Day Calendar, teaching you how to celebrate every day. And I am an author at Growing Your Business Through Referrals. I have 2 more chapters left and a little backstory about that. I've been networking for over 40 years. I did a Facebook class at the very beginning of Facebook, and someone said, you need to write a book. You have great content and ideas, and also the different pay it forward stuff that we do, which we're going to talk about here later in the show. But today I have Coach Deb. How are you?
Aloha. It's good to be here. It's exciting. This is like 2 decades of social media day. This is exciting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So tell your story about Social Media Day, what it means to you and how you celebrate today.
It's funny. We've been doing this so long. I almost forgot until you reminded me. So thank you. But I think it's a big thing with, we were talking right before the show started as far as paying it forward, right? Like James Hickey is how we met with SD Networking, and that organization alone is like Social Media Day on steroids all the time, every month.
Mhm.
They're there to meet one another, find out what other people do, and then pass it on and connect people. So a lot of times it's going into Facebook and connecting people, like you should know this person, right? So that's what I would say is connecting people that should know one another, and just making a mental note of like, you should know this person. You guys maybe do business together. You might collaborate well together. You might do a podcast together. So thinking about those types of things.
So let's go through a list of some of the things. I'll go ahead and start of some of the things that are really important, not just for Social Media Day, but every day. I like to call or text 5 people a day, just to let them know I'm grateful. Nothing to do about the sale or anything like that. I want to let you know I appreciate you. Hope you're having a great day. Tell me what the best part about today is, and get off the phone, get to your meetings. And the littlest things means the most. When you're at a networking event, after the networking event, send a video of you talking, a little selfie video, maybe 1 or 2 minutes on, how grateful you are for meeting that individual. And that's really going to help a lot. Also at networking events, be the greeter. Go around and say, who would you like to meet today? Give me 1 or 2 sentences on who would you like to meet. And then they get connected. But one of the things that you shouldn't do is have it be about you, have it be about your business, have it be about others first. So everybody heard know, like, trust, right? So important to know, like, trust. But how about the know, like, trust, remember factor? So that's who you want to be at the end of your day, the end of your life, and what you've done in your business. You want to be someone who is remembered. How would you like to add to that?
I love that. And one of the things I would just add is how we really connected is when I spoke for James Hickey's event a couple weeks ago. You were sitting front row and you were taking this great vertical footage for reels. And I thought, oh, I'd love that footage, because I had my camera way in the back on, on the little tripod and whatnot. But you were right front and center capturing footage of me presenting. And I'm like, oh, can I have some of that footage? That would be great for my reels. And that's one of the things I realized I'll do just naturally. And that's why we connected, is I'll take video footage. So on the boat, when we were networking, I was taking video footage of other people and then just quickly send it to them. Hey, either create a quick reel on CapCut. They have a lot of different templates. So just get a couple little different pieces of footage, or just share a folder with them of all of their footage in the file. And they're so appreciative, and they're making that connection because you have a shared folder on your usually iPhone. Samsung, it's a little harder to make friends with them and do that, but there's always a way with like Google Photos. But
we'll get everyone to switch over.
Yeah. But
Apple.com, guys. Yes. And another thing, so I have TikTok. So what I do is, like the 2 events I met you at, I put everything, spliced it together. And those who spoke, I'm actually working on that this week to get you your own content, because the content I did had verbiage and stuff like that. So you'll have the raw content ready. So
that's so valuable.
Yeah. They're very valuable to each other. Yeah.
Yes. And it shows you're this person that is thinking of other people and helping them with their content. So that just gets the remember factor because now you're in and tagged in my socials. That's how you get remembered, right? You tag the
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to the presentation.
Oh,
Go
this is fun. This is a fun day, by the way.
Definitely.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, it's a slide.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so I didn't know if you had something to interject there, but I love today because it's a pivotal day. We think 20 years ago when YouTube first came out in 2006. It's now 2026. Very exciting. Literally 2 decades later, Social Media Day started slightly thereafter, maybe 5 years after. So say a decade and a half. But today I think of it as something that there's a plot twist that a lot of people aren't talking about because social media, as important and as impactful as it is, and we're going to continue doing it, but there's this one little piece that we need to think about now that AI has ushered in. So I think of today as almost this day that social media and AI are getting married because today is the day you get found differently than social, differently than the way we're used to. And I just want to have people think about this and remember this so that you are prepared for the future. Just like when you were joining Social Media Day 15 years ago, you were doing it first. This is when you start doing it first in the social media world where you're getting found through AI, through AEO. So now there's AEO and then GEO. And it's basically just a way of being cited in socials and getting found. So we used to just post, put reels. Again, obviously, reels are very important. It's a main focus that I talk about, but I don't want people to only focus there without thinking about the other things. So look at this stat here 1.5 billion monthly users now get answers straight from Google AI. So I want people to think about this on today, this day, so that you can be prepared for the future, right? Your audience is always future forward. They're doing things first. So this is the way you focus on this so that you get found and get referrals in the future. Because now, what do? We go to Google. Yes, maybe. We go to Facebook. Yes, maybe. We go to TikTok. Yes, maybe. We go to YouTube. Yes, maybe. But you know what people are doing as the habit, and it's going to go tenfold, 100-fold by this time next year. They're going to AI. They're going to ChatGPT. They're going to Gemini, Perplexity, Claude, right? Whatever LLM of choice. And they're asking questions, and you want to get found and be the answer. So we used to get ranked on Google, right? That was our goal, get top ranking on Google. And that meant you won. If you were number 1 or top 10, now there's the endless scroll. So it's just a matter of somehow getting found. But now we're making this shift. It's starting to happen gradually. But again, at 1.5 billion, that's a lot. So now you're looking at more getting cited with the AI ranking. So first thing you want to do here to take action on Social Media Day is go to your AI of choice and ask who's the best, fill in the blanks for your industry in your city. So again, it's geo-targeted and your industry. Wow. So find out. And if you're not being mentioned, if you're not being found in your own search, there are a few things you can do. And I'm going to give you the fix. Here's a quick checklist. Get cited, not just ranked. You want to get ranked visibly, and then with your social and with your websites, you start answering questions. So think FAQs. So when you're creating your carousels on social, think about answering questions and in the form that AI wants it so that you get cited forever. So the way I think of it is one piece of content, you get cited forever. This is create once, cash in forever. So for instance, we were talking about speaking for James at his event. So you film that, say it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you break it up into all sorts of content. You create a Substack article, you create a blog article about it, and then do the FAQs. So here are 3 quick things to fix this week. You want to add a direct block up top. So it's a direct answer. So you're putting a question that you would be found for and be that answer right at the top of your website. Do a 5 to 8 question FAQ section on your homepage of your website, on your Instagram, in your profile, in your blog, in your Substack. And then the third thing is refresh your best content every 60 days. By the way, great way to do that is on your social. So That's the kind of prepare your audience for being first with the AI engines. Okay. Did I do that in a quick summary? Because I could talk for hours about this,
Yeah,
but
we can continue on. We still have another 20 minutes before we're done with the show. There's a few
awesome.
questions at the end, but you can go a little bit more if you like.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, this is just kind of, and I'm going to go back here just to get a little bit more in depth here. So right now, the biggest problem that people are having is they're creating a website and it's still more of a brochure as opposed to putting it in what's called markup language. And I'm not going to get too techie here, but I just want to say that because if you don't have your website refreshed for 2026, like if it was built 5 years ago, 10 years ago, even just a few years ago, 100% it's outdated for the AI engine. So it's called markup language and schema, SCHEMA. And then just go ahead and ask Claude. So this is what's beautiful about this. You used to have to hire agencies to do things like this, hire a website designer. Now you can just ask Claude, I need schema markup language to update my website. The other thing you can do is you can ask it to give you tips on how you can get ranked for AEO and GEO and rewrite your website. Say that 5 times fast. Write my website in language to attract AEO and GEO. And Claude knows what this is. Claude knows how to write it in schema markup language. Think of it like going to another country and speaking in a language that they can understand. So I'm going to Italy at the end of the summer for the first time ever, and I'm doing my Duolingo to learn. And my boyfriend laughs. They thinks I'm only going to get a cornetta, una cornetta, it's just a croissant. But I think I'm going to know a few more things, right? Because I'm learning their language. I want to be able to know how to get to the train station, different things when we go shopping, when we go eating, right? So I'll learn certain phrases so that I can get by. I won't have mastery. I won't have college level conversations, but I'll be able to get by because I'm learning the language of the country I'm visiting. So that is the same thing of what markup language is and schema markup language is for a website and for the AI engines. That's the language they like, markup language. And any clarification? Is that too techie?
I will add something though. Have you seen Eat, Pray, Love?
Yes.
That is a great movie to mark off your bucket list, for Italy, for Bali. It gives you a lot of really great ideas and food to eat and different things like that. And
I
so
will definitely be eating my way through Italy, 100%.
Exactly. Where are you going to be going exactly?
Tuscany, Orvieto, Rome, Florence. We're going to kind of hop around, do some day trips. We wound up bidding for an auction for Promises to Kids that's here in La Jolla, California. And we bid on an Italy villa. So it forced us to go. Otherwise, it's like, oh, I want to go, but you never really quite book it. So we bid on an auction, we won it, and now we're going to Italy. Very excited.
That's so awesome because, as you know, I'm a big Anthony Bourdain fan, and one of his favorite dishes he tried in Rome. I have to get the restaurant for you. It's the Cacio e Pepe, and it's right in the heart of Rome. So that's
on.
Yeah. Well,
by the way, that's another thing that social media is great for still is, okay, I'm going to Italy. What are the top places you recommend? And I used to run the marketing for TBEX, which is the biggest travel blog expo. So I have all these travel bloggers who are like, go here. And they're all these off the beaten path places as opposed to tourist traps. So
all your hidden gems for sure.
Yeah. We could ask AI, but I'd rather ask my blogger friends.
Is that conference still going on?
Yes, it is. Yeah. And it's still the largest travel blogger network. And it's fascinating to me because back in the day, influencers, we weren't called influencers. We were either just travel bloggers or
vloggers. Yeah.
Yeah. Vloggers. That's right. That's one of the presentations last week or 2 weeks ago at James Hickey's events, right? The guy was talking about vlogging. And I'm like, I think some people are hearing this term for the first time. And yet it's been around for a while. So we've come a long way. And now we want to get your viewers to go even further by making sure that they're now getting answered and get cited by the AEO.
Yeah. And that's actually how I started. I don't think I've talked to you about it, but I was a chef for 25 years.
Oh,
And I said,
wow.
well, I should probably do what Anthony Bourdain's doing because he left the
Yes.
kitchen and started going to different parts of the country. So
Yes.
what I started to do, and then I said, well, I think maybe I should start a travel agency. Then I could visit all those places that aren't local and get to
Yes.
experience those and,
Absolutely.
take my friends or tell people about it. Because at the end of the day, we have to live that dash. So we
Yeah.
have the day we're born and the day we pass away. It's that in
Yeah.
between. And so many people are not doing that in their business or in their life. They're
Yeah.
kind of in the hamster wheel of life and business. So,
Yeah. And by the way, you get paid for it. That's the beauty of it. It's all a write-off. Every country you go to as a travel blogger, everything you do is a write-off. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
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 There
Okay.
are no
So
vacations. There are only
we have
business
10
trips.
minutes left.
Yeah. What would you like to talk about in our last 10? Favorite tech?
Okay. Let me go ahead and get this removed. Yes. Let's talk since we're all tech today.
Okay.
Hollyland. So if you are out and about and you're interviewing people or just yourself, say like in a loud restaurant or a loud event, these are really great. So they're magnetic. And I've been through about 4 different lapel mics, and these are my favorite because these stay on. And it really cancels out some of that noise. And then if you have an iPhone, like I was telling you earlier, I have an older iPhone. So one is for the new iPhone. So this is for the new iPhone. I don't have the new iPhone. So when I do get the new iPhone, I won't have to buy another kit. It's all done. So what would you like to show?
Yeah. So it's funny because I bought that for one of my clients and I have the Rode. I like to test them all out. And when people go, which one's the best? Equally the same. These come in all sorts of colors, black, white,
Ooh,
blue,
I love
orange.
that.
So you pick your
Yeah.
brand color, pick the
Uh-huh.
color, shirt you usually wear. Or sometimes I do white to pop out because I teach it, right? But so these are just the Rode, just as an example of the Hollylander. So by the way, one of the best cordless lapel mics, also the Hollyland, same thing. And it's just as good as this $350 Shure mic that I have had at my podcast desk. And then this one here was like the big daddy mic. I call this the Joe Rogan one. It's hard to see because it's all black, right? But this was $700. Then Shure comes out with another version that's $350. Now there's one that it's just an XLR like tube. This one here has a connection to your computer as well. But then now they have like a $175 just XLR for podcasters. So I love that all of these companies have really adapted to the podcaster budget so they can do that. And then the second thing that I loved, so that's what I travel with all the time now to blog and vlog and YouTube is my cordless mic. And then I love this because it's my travel tripod. It's super sleek, just fits in my purse. You push the little button at the bottom, it just pops out. And it just grows and grows and grows. Like this is where you'd put your phone in vertical
Does yours
or
have a little
horizontal.
fob?
What's that?
Do you have a little fob with yours?
Yep. Right here, the little
I have one with the fob
clicker.
too.
Yep, pops out so you could, click for turning on your recording. And then this is the meta glasses that Brittany and I were basically podcasting and filming one another. If you notice, I just was touching this over here. I held it for like 2 seconds. This should be blinking to show that it's recording. So then while Brittany and I were on the boat trying to as he was like top gunning it around the midway ship and he's like going super fast, it's hard to hold the camera steady. So instead, you have your glasses on and this is just filming a quick video so I can look around. I can send this to you. Hopefully there's no text messages here that are confidential. Then you see my messy desk, kind of how I face the light. You see my lights, right? I'll post this on social and tag you. But this is great for hands-free recording. And by the way, I had my client on the boat and I'm like, okay, we were going to create content, but there was so much copywritten music that he was playing very loudly. Like the KUSI news anchor was like, is this too loud for a networking conversation? But here's the beauty. I started filming him. We were doing a little series, yacht or not. Is that a yacht or is that a boat? What's considered a yacht? He said the defining factor is help. If you have help on your boat, it's a yacht.
I
if
thought
not,
it was
it's
over
not.
50 feet. I wasn't sure about that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. A yacht is supposed to be something 50 feet. So that was our, there's the horn blower. It's 150 feet. It's massive, but I wouldn't consider that a yacht. That's a party boat, right? But technically it's a yacht. So again, we're just doing a fun lifestyle video series. I filmed him thinking, whatever, this will just be fun. I'm amazed at the audio quality. It picked up his voice, my voice, and you barely heard the music in the background. And I was just wearing this. I didn't even need this. Literally, this is camera, microphone, all combined. So it's really microphone, tripod, and camera all combined, hands-free. And I was amazed at the audio in it. So I'm like, okay, I guess we did get content. I had my editing team splicing it and dicing it today. So we're going to see how it came out. I'll post them and I'll tag you if you'd like. You're in some of these videos, so we probably will tag you. But yeah, so the Meta glasses, and Brittany had the display Meta glasses, which when she presents from stage, it's her teleprompter, it's her text. So that's the next level. These were like the first generation. I now have to upgrade that. And when I want to shut it off, I just push and hold for 2 seconds. It's done. Bada boom, bada bing. It either films for 1 minute or you have to extend it on your app to go 3 minutes. And then we did a podcast with someone, and just every 3 minutes, we just hit it again and blended it into like a 9-minute video. Yeah.
So would that be something that I could put on my TikTok?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And then there's an app.
Media platform. Yeah.
Yeah. There's an app that when you go on your phone, you could literally look at the footage and then upload it right from the app. So it's pretty cool. So I would say these are fun. I don't love the look of them quite yet. This is the first generation Meta, but Ray-Bans has one now. That's what I would tell people to get, the Ray-Bans. I think they just look cooler. So from aesthetic point of view, I would get the Ray-Bans.
Yeah. So one of the things that I'm going to talk about before we close out. So when you go to an event like that, so we had a caterer, we had the captain, and we have the limo company. So I'm actually making separate videos for those 3 businesses so more people can get to their brand.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on. That's the way to go. It was incredible. Like such a good group, and they were all the best of the best. And yeah, it was like people understood the assignment, so it was cool to see business getting done. Yeah.
Definitely. And well, I'm the founder of National Bucket List Day. Every April 24th, you can celebrate any around the world. But this year, my other holiday actually is California Bucket List Day, which is September 9th. And we're going to be having a get together at the Kansas City Barbecue. And
how cool.
Margaritaville. A few of us are staying at Margaritaville. So definitely stay tuned. And we're working on getting a possible proclamation for the mayor of San Diego as well. I do have proclamations from Orange County. We have the state Senate, the Assembly, and we have a couple cities out here. So
wow,
a great way to promote those hidden gems.
Yes.
We have Dale, who's having an event on the 25th.
Oh, that's awesome.
A foodie crawl in the Gaslamp district. So just things like that to make a difference and discover these local areas and let people know about them.
Yes.
Like I talked about in the show earlier, get off social media and connect.
Mm-hmm.
You could do a foodie tour, a dolphin tour, you could hire the captain that we were just with, and just different things. And, we have a lot of, I'm a big aviation person. So we have 2 aviation museums. I just got a letter from the Miramar Air Show. I got approved for a media pass, and I was beyond excited for that because I love
awesome.
Yeah. So that's my big tie to San Diego. And here in a couple months, I'll be there full time.
I love it. You're a great addition to San Diego. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a shout out to stnetworkingevents.com if you'd like to connect to amazing people and build those relationships and attend some of the best events in the area of San Diego and Oceanside. Mm-hmm. Also, Coach Deb, go ahead and do a shout out to your information.
Oh, sure. If you go to aichillify.com, we're giving out a viral video vault. And there's a nice little video that will teach you how to do viral videos using AI apps. Some of them are completely free. Others are like maybe $15, but highly recommend. I basically share all of my top favorite apps to get social videos done at aichillify.com.
So that's it right there.
Yes.
And they just click, I want the free toolkit.
Yes. Click on that and then you'll get it directly. And you might get an invitation. All, again, completely free. So, yeah, that's my gift to the world and your audience.
Okay. And my giveaway for today, if you go to Growing Your Business Through Referrals podcast and you share this podcast or any of the podcasts, you'll be entered to win a beautiful National Day calendar. So I have a desktop and also have a wall calendar. And it's a
That's
really great
awesome.
way for you to connect with other people. There's so many holidays. We have over 3,000 holidays.
Oh my gosh.
And if
We
you
have
want
more
to
holidays than days.
exactly. And if you want to learn how you can be an ambassador with National Day Calendar, please reach out to me. It's a really great way for you to get in front of media and start promoting. I don't know if you know, but we have 2 National Donut Days throughout the year. We have the DONUT, and then we have the other spelling. So the DONUT was just in June, and then we have one coming up in the fall. So we just don't know what people are going through. Another thing I mentioned in the previous show is if it's someone's birthday or just because, go to Grubhub and send someone a gift or Uber Eats. Because at the end of the day, we don't know what people are dealing with. And if you're doing the smallest acts of kindness, that's
Mm,
really why kindness is contagious.
mm. So true. So true.
Okay.
I
All
love
right.
it.
And we're going to bump out. Anything else? Anybody you'd like to shout out before I put you back in the studio?
Just James Hickey for putting us together and putting SD Networking together, for meeting you, Cindy Lee. It's been an honor. It's been fun. And I love what you're doing. So I'm giving a shout out to you, Cindy Lee.
Oh,
Keep
thank you.
on keeping being you and keeping being real.
Thank you. I'm going to put you in the green room and hang tight for a few minutes.
Okay. Ciao.
All right, guys, make sure that you celebrate every day. We have the day we're born, the day we pass away, that in between time, that is your dash. And we'll see you here on the next show. We have a 3:00 show, PST, 6 EST. I have Robin Stern, and we're talking about building those relationships through being a chamber member. See you later.